Yes, we're now in week 4 of the confrontation along Lebanon's border with Israel between Hezbollah and the Israeli military. There is a change in the trajectory of this conflict, a change in tactics, and that was really clear to us yesterday on Sunday. First of all, Hezbollah using a new weapon, the ground-to-surface missile that targeted what it said was an Israeli drone, and according to Hezbollah, it was a successful hit. So Hezbollah saying or showing that it has new weapons to use, more advanced weapons to use. We also saw the targeting of a settlement. Now, when we say an Israeli settlement, what we mean is a population center across the border in Israel. Even though towns and villages along the border have been evacuated, you can hear the sound of constant shelling behind me. So this, of course, what we saw the first 3 weeks was the rockets that were launched from southern Lebanon into northern Israel were targeting military positions. So yesterday, a residential building inside a settlement. And then what else did we see? Rockets, longer range rockets that are being fired from South Lebanon into northern Israel, hitting deeper into Israeli territory. Israel's response, hitting deeper into Lebanese territory. So it's no longer geographically confined to the 2 to 3 depths, on both sides of the border. So that is slowly expanding. And we are also seeing Hezbollah using new tactics, because at the end of the day, we saw it really suffered quite a number of losses, nearly 50 men in the first 3 weeks. It's quite a high number. Since Friday, they've reported the death of 2 men. Now, how is this conflict going to evolve? We may get a clearer picture on Friday when Hezbollah Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah gives a televised address. It will be his first public address since this conflict began. But we have to remember, this is a secretive organization that does not reveal and put all its cards on the table. So we may get an idea how much more involved Hezbollah intends to be in this war.
And Zaina, talk us through the shelling that we're hearing about by Israel inside Syria.
Well, yes, the Israeli military reporting that mortars were fired from Syria, falling in the Golan Heights, Syrian territory occupied by Israel. Israel responding by targeting Syrian army infrastructure. Even the Syrian state television, the state media, is saying that army posts were targeted. Now, it is highly unlikely that this is the Syrian military firing those rockets. In the past, Israel has blamed armed groups allied with Iran for those rocket attacks. And really, Israel has been striking Iranian-linked positions in Syria for years now. So this clearly is a message from the Israeli military that the regime could be targeted. The already fragile regime in Syria could face retaliatory strikes if more rockets are fired across that border, putting more pressure on Israel.
Make sure to subscribe to a channel to the latest news from RDZ World News.